Why all the criticism nationally on Travis Hunter? I don't think it has very much to do with Travis Hunter.
I've been like this my whole life. All I want to do is play football and fish all day.
Today we're diving deep into a story that's blowing up all over football Twitter and Instagram. A few wobbly steps, a couple of stumbles on basic routes, and suddenly everyone's questioning if the Jacksonville Jaguars made a $50 million mistake. Remember, the Jacksonville Jaguars traded the number 5 overall pick, a second round pick, a 4th round pick, and their 2026 first round pick to the Cleveland Browns to get the pick that would become Travis Hunter, a 4th round pick and a 6th round pick. And people are already saying that they lost this trade, which bodes the question, are we witnessing the early warning signs of a historic draft bust, or is this just another case of the NFL outrage machine manufacturing drama from nothing? At this point, I'm sure you've seen the viral clips, but if not, this is what we're talking about. Did Shedeur Sanders hide some of Travis Hunter's flaws as a wide receiver at Colorado? And this isn't the only video that we're talking about. Hot take, but I feel like Travis Hunter is gonna be one of the biggest draft busts since Ryan Leaf, and I felt that way since he won the Heisman. You're seeing multiple tweets like Travis Hunter struggles mightily in the rookie reaction challenge. Matthew Golden seems to be dominating thus far. Yikes! Travis Hunter's going viral for struggling on routes at training camp. Travis Hunter needs work before he can be a full-time wide receiver. And Jaguars' first round pick Travis Hunter struggled with the flag reaction test at the NFLPA event yesterday. But he did give us this gem of a moment between him and Cam Ward.
I hate to be a Jacksonville Jaguar.
We didn't want you. We didn't want you. That's what you see on your team.
They say they're trying to get rid of you.
You know they don't like quarterbacks that much.
You said what?
You know they don't like quarterbacks that much.
Who?
They only got you because they have to.
According to NFL Rookie Watch, which is a page that literally made its name from glazing the incoming NFL rookies, even they're concerned about Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter is reportedly taking snaps exclusively at wide receiver right now, as the Jaguars coaching staff believes he has a lot more to learn at wide receiver than he does at cornerback. Liam Cohen reportedly sees Travis Hunter's defensive skills as more refined than his offensive skills as of now. However, Hunter has already reportedly created an early chemistry with Trevor Lawrence, catching multiple passes today in 7-on-7 and 11-on-11. Hunter's hands have reportedly been no issue, but his routes have a lot more to be hammered out between now and the season. The Jaguars reportedly hope to turn Travis Hunter into a true wide receiver 2, as well as a CB1 in his rookie season. The Jaguars rookie wide receiver slash cornerback is really going to be a master of both positions after some advanced NFL coaching. Honestly, it's quite impressive how this page is consistently able to turn even the most negative comments about a player into something positive at the end. But before you buy into the hype or panic if you happen to be a Jaguars fan, today we're going to analyze what's really happening with Travis Hunter. We'll separate fact from fiction. We'll examine how Shedeur Sanders' connection might have boosted his stock and draw parallels to other rookie receivers who struggled early. We'll also get into the off-field drama with his fiance that's adding another layer of pressure to his NFL transition. But before we get to all that, it's my favorite time of the year because the WNBA season's officially here, and these are easily the best lines to make some easy money on Prize Picks. And we've been on a crazy win streak since the WNBA season began, and we're going to be carrying this throughout the summer. Use my promo code Mikerophone to get a free $50 when you deposit $5 or more, and follow my Instagram at @TheFlightMike to get my picks. And thank you, Prize Picks, for the sponsor. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Every year, snippets from rookie minicamps find their way onto social media, where they're dissected, analyzed, and often overblown. The latest victim of this annual tradition is none other than Travis Hunter, whose footwork during unguarded route running drills has gone viral for all the wrong reasons. The clips show Hunter stumbling slightly while executing relatively simple routes without defenders present. These videos have sparked concern amongst some Jaguars fans and NFL analysts about his route running fundamentals. One viral tweet exclaimed, "Yikes! Travis Hunter is going viral for struggling on routes at training camp," accompanied by footage of these missteps. And it gets even worse whenever you're starting to see clips of Travis Hunter being compared to the next wide receiver that was taken in the draft, Toria McMillan of the Carolina Panthers. But here's where we need to pump the brakes. Context matters enormously when evaluating outstanding rookie performances, especially during their first professional practices. Hunter is less than a month removed from his college graduation at Colorado, where he became the first player in 82 years to win both the Biletnikoff Award and the Bednarik Award in the same season. Now, before we get to Travis Hunter's on-field issues, there's another issue that has been clouding him over the past couple months that may have been serving as a distraction. It's worth noting that his transition to the NFL comes amid some off-field drama involving his relationship with his fiancée, Liana Lene, and their relationship has become a significant subplot in Hunter's journey from college star to NFL rookie. Now, these two have been together since 2022, meeting when she was 19 years old and he was still a high school football star. They got engaged in February of 2024 before Hunter's Heisman winning season at Colorado, and their relationship has become very public, with the couple sharing their lives on a joint YouTube channel and across social media platforms. And some of these clips don't necessarily paint Liana in the greatest light. I mean, I don't want to dig in too deep into this because we've made videos on this in the past and it's kind of old news, but people didn't like her for video clips like this where she said that Travis Hunter would be waiting for her outside as she was partying.
To drink, he doesn't drink, and I'm Hispanic, so I have tequila like in my veins. So I drink. I don't drink a lot, but I drink, and I used to party and stuff. And he would literally drive me, sit outside for hours while I'm inside like partying, and then take us home. Like, he never tried to be like, oh, just because I drink, you can't drink, or you can't hang out with your friends, or you can't, you know.
There are accusations of her cheating on him. Even Des Bryant spoke up about it. Some people dug up and accused her of being an adult dancer in the past. Some people even found her old OnlyFans account that she allegedly had. And probably the worst sign of all is there was a $sign on her ring finger. So it's just not necessarily the greatest look, but their relationship came under intense scrutiny during the 2024 Heisman Trophy ceremony, when a viral clip showed Deion Sanders appearing to tap Travis Hunter's fiance on the shoulder and telling her to stand up and applaud for Hunter. And this sparked a wave of criticism on social media, with fans questioning her behavior and support. The backlash intensified when additional videos emerged showing what some perceived as Lene appearing unhappy when Travis Hunter interacted with female fans at the event.
All right.
And even before that, you could see these two fighting during Travis Hunter's final home game at Colorado.
Coach Prime will certainly have an incredible last memory of taking the field with his sons, Shador and Shiloh, here at Folsom Field at home.
This resulted in Hunter fiercely defending his fiance against the criticisms, saying this on Twitch.
Don't worry about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me. Come on, man. Y'all go do something else with y'all life. Y'all hate on me and then y'all go and hate on my girl. Like, bro, I feel the same pain that she feels.
But some of these videos just made her look really bad. I mean, she even said that Travis Hunter isn't her type.
I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months, and then finally I answered him.
Which indicates that maybe Travis Hunter is being used for the fact that he is going to secure generational wealth in the NFL. As a result, his fiance temporarily deleted her social media accounts and eventually addressed the criticism in an 8-minute TikTok video.
Okay, I'm going to be addressing all this stuff online because I'm tired emotionally and mentally of seeing people try to make me out to be a person that I am not, but with a testimony without a test of faith. But
despite all this drama, these two seem to be together and stronger than ever. They were together at the NFL draft, and the main reason I'm bringing this up is to give you an idea of the amount of pressure that is currently on Travis Hunter. A few months ago we were talking about his girlfriend, now we're talking about him stumbling on routes, and now that we got his personal stuff out of the way, let's get back to what actually matters. Now, before we overreact to a few wobbly steps in shorts and a helmet, let's remember what made Travis Hunter the #2 overall pick and a generational talent. At Colorado, Travis Hunter demonstrated exceptional ball skills that translated to both sides of the ball. 1,258 receiving yards and 15 touchdowns in 2024, 35 tackles, 4 interceptions, and 11 passes defended on defense. He won the Heisman Trophy while playing both ways. He consistently made contested catches, despite despite not having prototypical size. As a receiver, Hunter's greatest strengths have always been his ball skills, body control, and separation at the top of routes, not necessarily his technical footwork in the early phases of routes. According to scouting reports, Travis Hunter has excellent adjustment ability to contort his body and redirect to put him in position to make the reception, and generates late separation from cornerbacks. Lance Zierlein noted that although Hunter has snaps where he gets mauled by press coverage and cruise control routes that won't tilt or fool NFL cornerbacks, his incredible athleticism and playmaking ability more than compensate for those technical weaknesses. Which brings us to what the Jaguars are planning for Travis Hunter. Jacksonville's approach to Hunter's development has been methodical and deliberate. Liam Cohen has made it clear that they're focusing on one position at a time, starting with wide receiver before integrating defensive snaps. Yeah, he'll be able to get integrated next week on the defensive side of the ball. We just kind of ended up making a decision that from yesterday to today, we wanted to be able to clean up some of the things that we may have been able to miss yesterday and get extra reps on the offensive side of the ball. Now, this approach makes sense. Travis Hunter's uniqueness as a two-way player means he's learning twice the playbook of a typical rookie. The deliberate onboarding process allows him to build a strong foundation at one position before expanding to the other. Despite the viral clips highlighting his route running hiccups, Tony Bozelli, which is the Jacksonville Jaguars executive VP of football operations, has been praising him, saying, "We're not playing real football yet. We're just on the grass doing individual drills. A lot of install, a lot of education." With that said, Travis Hunter and I had high expectations, and he's exceeded my expectations. You see the athlete on the field, you see how he moves, the change of direction, body control, but it's the person that I'm most enamored with, the natural leadership he brings, the energy, the excitement, the smile, and he's a tireless worker. I wanted to address one tweet from the beginning of this video in particular. Did playing with an elite quarterback in Shedeur Sanders artificially inflate Travis Hunter's stock? Don't get me wrong, the connection between Hunter and Sanders was very special. Both players followed Coach Prime from Jackson State to Colorado, where they became one of college football's most exciting dynamic duos. Sanders' precision passing and Hunter's playmaking ability worked in perfect harmony, and there's no question about it that both of these players should have been top 10 talents if it wasn't for Shedeur Sanders doing stuff like this.
If you ain't trying to change the franchise or the coach, then don't give me. You should know history repeats itself over and over and over, and I've done it over and over and over. It should be no question why an NFL franchise should pick me.
But here's why I don't believe Travis Hunter's success was dependent on Shedeur Sanders. One, Travis Hunter's most impressive traits were his contested catchability, body control, and instincts on defense, and these are all skills that translate regardless of who's throwing him the football. Two, the Jaguars traded up specifically for Hunter, not because they were concerned about Sanders boosting his value, but because they saw a truly unique player with transformative potential. Unlike many college receivers who benefit from a scheme or quarterback play, Hunter's evaluation was based more on his rare physical gifts and versatility than on production alone. And James Gladstone, the Jaguars' new general manager, described Hunter as a rare person and rare player who embodies belief and can challenge the boundaries of the game. If you still think what I'm saying is a pile of baloney, then how about we draw some parallels to wide receivers that struggled in their first year and their first training camp. Let's start with the greatest wide receiver of all time. Jerry Rice had a solid but unspectacular rookie year with 49 catches for 927 yards. His early career was marked by concentration drops, and no one predicted that he would break nearly every single receiving record in NFL history based on his rookie performance. How about Chris Carter? The Hall of Fame receiver had a disastrous rookie campaign in 1987, catching just 5 passes for 84 yards in 9 games. Carter struggled to get open and battled personal demons off of the field before becoming one of the most reliable receivers in NFL history. But how about more recently? When DeAndre Hopkins entered the league, scouts questioned his ability to separate from NFL corners. While he had a respectable rookie season with 802 receiving yards, his route running was far from polished. He would later develop into a technique master despite lacking elite speed. In 2014, Devontae Adams struggled mightily during his rookie training camp, with reports describing him as inconsistent and lacking separation skills. He finished his rookie season with just 446 yards and 3 touchdowns on 38 receptions before developing into one of the NFL's elite route runners. And last but not least, who could forget what happened in 2021 with Jamar Chase? Chase battled significant drop issues throughout the preseason, creating panic among Bengals fans. NFL insider Ian Rappaport reported that Chase couldn't see the ball the same way with NFL markings. touchdowns. And Chase would go on to have one of the greatest rookie seasons of all time, with 1,455 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns, winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. The common thread here isn't just being a wide receiver, it's the fact that technical proficiency, particularly route running, is often the skill that develops most dramatically for receivers after they enter the NFL. Raw athleticism and playmaking ability are what get receivers drafted high, but the refinement happens through professional coaching. But that's not to say that there haven't been instances where these struggles haven't haunted players for the rest of their career. Charles Rogers was selected one spot ahead of Andre Johnson in the 2003 NFL Draft as the number 2 overall pick by the Detroit Lions. Rogers showed poor route discipline in his first training camp, while injuries derailed his career. His failure to develop technical precision, even when healthy, contributed him to washing out of the league by 2006 with just 36 career receptions, but he still gave us one of the most iconic Madden commercials ever.
I'm Charles Rogers. I had 68 catches and 13 touchdowns. Sing it! I'm Charles Rogers. Sing it! I'm Charles Rogers. I had 68 catches and 13 touchdowns.
Welcome to the big time, Rook. Madden NFL 2004.
In the 2015 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears were looking for their most proficient wide receiver since Brandon Marshall, so they selected Kevin White with the 7th overall pick. White had similar issues with footwork and route precision early in his workouts, but injuries played a major role in his disappointing career. But even when healthy, he never developed the technical skills to compensate for decreased explosiveness. Minnesota drafted Laquan Treadwell in the first round of the 2016 NFL Draft, and there were immediate concerns for his labored movements and inability to create separation in rookie minicamp. His technical limitations never improved. And last but not least, N'Keal Harry, the Patriots' 2019 first-round pick, struggled with route precision and creating separation in his early practices. Despite his physicality and contested catchability, which are strengths that were similar to Travis Hunter's, his technical limitations and lack of development led him to being traded after just 3 underwhelming seasons. Now, the difference here is that these receivers never showed significant improvement in their technical skills and often relied too heavily on physical advantages that didn't translate as well to the NFL level. Whereas there's already footage of Travis Hunter improving in his route running. I mean, at the bottom you saw the viral clip where he struggled with this route concept, and at the top you can see he's improved significantly here after he finally got it down. Which brings me to the most important part of this video. Why is Travis Hunter's case different from all of these receivers that I mentioned? One is the fact that he is learning 2 positions simultaneously, which divides his attention and practice time between offensive and defensive playbooks. The Jaguars haven't even integrated him on defense yet, which makes his learning curve steeper than a typical rookie's, but the payoff for this is tremendous. Some of the greatest cornerbacks of all time were once wide receivers, although they didn't play both sides of the ball, like Richard Sherman, for instance, who was a wide receiver in Stanford but ended up being a cornerback at the NFL level. Having that knowledge and being able to think like a wide receiver but playing the defensive back position and vice versa is so valuable once you're on the football field, and could pay off in making Travis Hunter one of the greatest wide receivers or defensive backs, or even both, of all time. But on top of that, Travis Hunter possesses extraordinary work ethic and coachability. Tony Boselli specifically highlighted Hunter's tireless work habits and natural leadership as standout qualities that exceeded expectations. Hunter's most exceptional traits, which are his hands, body control, and football IQ, are skills that historically translate well from college to the pros, regardless of technical refinement. The physical tools are undeniably there, as he adjusts to the speed and the precision required at the NFL level. Hunter has the athletic baseline to rapidly improve his technical execution. And probably the most important thing that the Jaguars haven't had in quite some time is it seems like they have a very strong coaching foundation there. The new coaching staff under Liam Cohen has shown a methodical developmental approach to Hunter's integration, suggesting that they have a sound plan for his growth. But what about the fact that Travis Hunter is a two-way player? Well, obviously his two-way aspirations make him a unicorn in the modern NFL. His chances of success on at least one side of the ball remain strong based on historical data. Chuck Bednarik was the last full two-way player in the NFL, playing center and linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles from 1949 and 1962. The game has obviously evolved dramatically since then, with specialization to one position becoming the norm. More recently, players like Troy Brown, Julian Edelman, and Patrick Peterson have played both ways in limited situations, but none approached what Hunter hopes to accomplish with significant snap counts on both offense and defense. If we analyze Hunter's prospects statistically, the most relevant data points come from first-round receivers and defensive backs who entered the league with elite athletic profiles. First-round wide receivers have approximately a 55% hit rate for becoming productive starters. First-round defensive backs have a similar hit rate, around 53%. Players drafted in the top 5 at either position show higher success rates of 65 to 70%. Given that Hunter excels at both positions and was selected second overall, the probability of him becoming at least a quality starter at one position is statistically very high, around 70 to 75% based on historical patterns. Which brings us to the verdict of this video. Should Jaguar fans be concerned about this situation? I mean, I'm sure you could tell from the tone of this video that the concerns about Hunter's route running technique are legitimate, but vastly overblown. Technical refinement is the most common area of growth for rookie wide receivers, regardless of draft position. Hunter's exceptional athletic traits, ball skills, and work ethic provide a strong foundation for improvement. The additional challenge of learning two positions creates an even steeper learning curve, but it's precisely this versatility that makes Hunter such a special prospect. His unique skill set is what prompted Jacksonville to trade up for him, despite knowing these technical aspects would require development. History strongly suggests that rookies who struggle with technical aspects like footwork and route precision, but possess elite athletic traits and strong character, typically develop into successful NFL players, provided that they stay healthy and receive quality coaching. For Jaguars fans, Hunter's early stumbles should be viewed as part of the normal development process rather than as red flags. The ceiling still remains astronomical, and the floor, given Hunter's versatility across two positions, remains higher than that of a typical rookie receiver. So where does that leave us for 2025? Well, my personal prediction for Travis Hunter's rookie campaign is he plays 55 to 65% of his offensive snaps, primarily as an outside wide receiver with some slot work. On defense, I expect 20 to 30% of defensive snaps, largely in specific packages and situations. I personally project 50 to 60 receptions, 750 to 850 receiving yards, 5 to 7 receiving touchdowns, 1 interception, and 8 passes defended. These numbers would represent a successful rookie season that establishes Hunter as a legitimate two-way contributor while allowing room for technical growth. So at the end of the day, I believe Jacksonville Jaguar fans should be excited and not concerned, because the technical refinement will come with coaching and repetition. The rare athleticism, football instincts, and two-way versatility that made Hunter the number 2 overall pick remain fully intact. So the next time you see a viral clip of a rookie stumbling through a drill, remember, Jerry Rice had concentration drops. Jamar Chase couldn't catch in the preseason. Devontae Adams looked lost in his first training camp. Sometimes greatness takes a little time to develop, but if you happen to forget that, make sure you subscribe, and we'll be here to remind you of that each and every time it happens. Aside from that, I don't know if you guys heard, but the Cleveland Browns quarterback competition is one of the most captivating QB competitions that we've ever seen in NFL history. I made a separate video on that. I'm going to leave it in the end screen, and if you happen to be a baseball fan, we uploaded a career piece on Trevor Bauer on Uni Diamond Talk. Both of these videos are in the end screen, and I'll meet you guys there. I'm your boy Mike. I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.